But a lot of us are out there pounding the pavement, shopping our tracks, and trying to get on TV. So here's a trick that it'll put the quality of your tracks like way above the competition. And that is this. You include dialogue in your track while you're mixing. And it's amazing what happens, because it's going to dictate to you how to mix, not just your vocals, but everything. I mean, even your bass, because when you're under dialogue, there's something called an underscore mix. An underscore mix means a mix that is used under dialogue. So if you're sitting there going, okay, what's an underscore mix? Well, the publisher or the library or, the music supervisor will tell you, well, an underscore mix is the mix that we need from you, where things are kind of toned down so that it fits under dialogue without becoming a competing element to the dialogue, where it's not covering up the dialogue, where the dialogue can come through clearly. So let's talk about vocal production. So when you mix your vocal track, you're going to turn in one which is a full mix, which is the vocals mixed, riding on top of just like any, good mix, where you should be able to really clearly hear the vocals riding on top of that mix. And then you're going to turn in an underscore mix with vocals. And that underscore mix is going to have the vocals buried down, turned down in volume, so that it sounds kind of like a bad mix, really. It's like where you're like, I can't hear the vocals. But that is really, really important for the music editor in a TV show to have. Because if they're going to use your track behind dialogue, they don't want the lead vocal competing with the dialogue. So now how much do you turn it down so that the dialogue really works? Well, here's the trick I'm telling you about. Pull in dialogue into your track and set it. Now, how loud do you set the dialogue? And that's what's really key. There's a very specific level that you set that dialogue at. And that is something that you can do once you've calibrated your studio monitors. So again, this is something that anyone can contact me directly about, but I'm going to explain it to you right now. I'm just going to do a simple explanation, and then we're going to move on to the next thing. So once you've calibrated the volume of your studio so that it's equal to a professional studio, then you bring in your dialogue and you average the volume of that dialogue to what is called minus 30 dB. And this is something that is actually going to be part of the course itself. So you'll see this in the course. But for anyone out there that just wants to try this, you bring up what's called your RMS meter. There's an RMS meter on your DAW, which means average loudness. It's a fancy term. It means root mean squared. It's an RMS loudness meter. It's on every DAW. You bring it up, you put your dialogue in there, and you just watch it where it's right around 30. It says minus 30. And you average your dialogue at right around minus 30 and just leave it there. Then go mix the rest of your track. And you mix it around that dialogue. And you can pull your vocals down, and you'll know exactly, you'll hear it, when the vocals are down and they stop competing with the dialogue. So this is really, really important for vocal production for licensing. And it's a little trick that, I just kind of came across. I just made it up one day because I thought, how do I know how loud to do this? And then I just thought, let me just try to do it. And it started working out great from that point forward.